Coming to the topic of Upasargaha. Upasargas are basically the prefixes that are added to the roots. And in Sanskrit literature, there are 22 Upasargas that are available. The list I shall show it in a minute. And they do not have any independent meaning. Okay, so the Upasargas like A, Pra, Para, etc. These are all Upasargas. And these do not have an independent meaning of themselves. But when they are combined, when they are added as a prefix to a particular dhatu, the meaning of the roots or meaning of the dhatu also change. So let us see the upasargas which are there, and we'll see, try to understand how it is coming up. Okay. Rama Bhagini, can you please repeat after me? Upasargena dhatvarthaha. Rama Bhagini, can you please unmute and speak? Okay. Nirmala Bhagini.
Ram Namaste.
Ram. Upasargena dhatvarthaha.
Upasargena dhatvarthaha. Upasargena dhatvarthaha.
Baladanyatra niyate.
Baladanyatra niyate. Baladanyatra niyate.
Praharahara.
Praharahara. Praharahara.
Samhara vihara.
Samhara vihara. Samhara vihara.
Pariharavat.
Pariharavat. Pariharavat.
Dhanyavadaha.
Dhanyavad.
So this is one karika related to the upasarga. There is one more, but anyway, for our learning, this, if you understand this, should be good. Upasargena dhatvarthaha baladanyatra niyate. Dhatoho arthaha. The meaning of the dhatu will be transformed, will be changed, will be modified, like praharahara, samhara, vihara, pariharavat. Okay, like this, by adding a particular upasarga, the meaning of the original dhatu gets modified, gets changed. Let us see with an example. So, hri dhatu is there, hri harane. Harati means takes. Okay, harati means takes. So, when we add various upasargas to this particular dhatu, hri harane dhatu, the meaning also changes. Let us see how it is. Harati is takes. Praharati, the first one, praharahara, samhara, vihara, pariharavat. Prahara is basically praharati. Praharati means hits or beats. Shikshakaha or say balakaha praharati. Balaka hits or beats someone else. Next, similarly, if you want to see ahara and then samhara. So aharati, aharati means brings. Vane vyadhaha bhojanam aharati, phalam aharati. So he brings some fruits, he brings something, collects and brings. Samharati is kills. Samhara, basically samharati, hriharane with some as upasarga means kills. So Ramaha Ravanam samharati. Viharati roams. Ramaha vane viharati. He roams in the forest. Vihara, viharati. And then pariharati. Ramaha samasyam pariharati. He will solve the problem, or he will get rid of that problem. Pariharati. If you see, the dhatu is the same, but with all various other prefixes, pra, a, sam, vi, and pari, and how the meaning of this dhatu is totally changed. So this is the power of upasarga. This is the power of the prefix that gets added. Okay, so we will see the 22 upasargas that are present, and we will try to read this and practice this. You will have to remember these 22 names or these 22 upasargas. When in the exam, you may get some questions like explain about upasargas or write a short notes on upasarga. In such cases, you will have to Remember these 22 names, and then you'll have to write these 22 upasargas. Okay. Shriram Venkatesh, can you please repeat after me? Pra, para, apa, sam.
Pra, para, apa, sam.
Anu, ava, nis, nir.
Anu, ava, nis, nir.
Dus, dur, vi, ang.
Dus, dur, vi, ang.
Ni, adhi, api.
Ni, adhi, api.
Ati, su, ut.
Ati, su, ut.
Abhi, prati.
Abhi, prati.
Pari, upa.
Pari, upa. धन्यवादः आचार्य.
Dhanyavadaha. So these are the 22 upasargas that are there. I'll ask one more student to read out these 22. Pravina Bhagini, can you please read out these?
Namaste Mahoday.
Namaste.
Pra, para, apa, sam, anu, ava, nis, nir, dus, dur, vi, ang, ni, adhi, api, ati, su, ut, abhi, prati, pari, upa.
Very good. Dhanyavadaha. So in our usage, so far we would have come across some of these upasargas already in the textbook or in some of the other readings that you would have done. So praharati, etc. we just now saw. I will try to give one example for each of these upasargas with a particular dhatu. May not be the same dhatu. There is also various rules that will go also. That is based on how it has been used in the literature. We will have to continue the same. That is, we cannot use all the 22 upasargas with all the 2000 dhatus. So there is a specific rule also that guides which upasargas can be added to which dhatu and so on. And it is mostly from the literature and how it has been seen in the granthas, etc. So pra, you can say prahara, praharati, what we saw. Para, need to explore like what dhatus are there for this para. Parakashthati you can use. Then apagachhati, samgachhate, then anugachhati, avalipyate, then nis. For this we have nishchiyate, nishchayaha, the word you would have heard, nishchayaha. So that is one thing which you can use. Nirgachhati, gachhati, nirgachhati. Then here we can say dushkaroti. Dus is basically dushkaroti, dushta and other things wherever it's there. So it is dus will be the upasarga which is used. And similarly for dur also in the same way you can use. Vi, vijitya, vijayaha, vijitya. Ang is basically the final form that we get is a. So it is agachhati, etc. Similarly for ni, nigachhati, adhi, adhigachhati. Adhigachhati means to understand. Then apikaroti, apikaroti you can use. Ati, atitisthati, ativadati, etc. Then for su, it is say it is there sukaroti, he will do it good. Sukaroti you can use. Then uttisthati, uttisthati is one word which you have seen to stand up. So that is uta. Abhigachhati for abhi, pratigachhati, prativadati, he will reply back, prativadati. Parishkaroti, or say paribhavati, paribhavaha, paribhavati. Parinayati, parinayaha, parinaya means marriage, parinayati. Nayati means to take. parinaya will become to marry. And then similarly upagachati, he'll go close to that, etc. So in this way, we can use these upasargas with the dhatus, and there are a few cases only, a few upasargas that are available for a set of dhatus. And once we use a particular upasarga, the meaning of the dhatu can change. So there are three things that a upasarga can do. So upasargasya gatis tritha, gatayah tritha. So there are three ways how upasarga applies. One is, it will not change any meaning of the dhatu. Okay, it will be as it is. It is just an addition, and there is no real change in the meaning. One more, it enhances the meaning of it. Enhances the meaning, that is to say, pathati prapathati. So he reads it well. So it is kind of adding an adverb kind of thing. Like it is basically to say something, that is, it enhances the meaning of the dhatu. Another way what an upasarga can do is to revert the meaning of it. Gachati means goes, and agachati, when we use the upasarga, it means to say it's the opposite. He comes, he goes, and he comes. So gachati agachati. So this is something which will happen. And in some cases, just for your information to know, when certain upasargas are added to certain dhatus, if it is a parasmaipadi dhatu, it can be changed to an atmanepadi and vice versa. So for example, if you had noticed when I said with some upasarga, gam dhatu if you use, so gachati, gam dhatu is a parasmaipadi dhatu, but specifically when we use with upasarga sam, then it becomes an atmanepadi dhatu. Sangachate it will be, not sangachati is wrong. So there are various other grammar rules that govern the use of these upasargas. So for now, at this level, what we should know is, whenever an upasarga is added to a dhatu, the meaning of the dhatu can change. And if such dhatus are there, and if you want to use a kridanta in combination with other actions, then we will have to use lyap as the kridanta vyam. So these are the two important aspects that we should know at this point in time. Okay. And one more important thing, whenever an upasarga is added, it is added to the dhatu directly. For example, now we will, if we consider a latlakara form, there's no difference. There will be no problem. Prabhavati, pra is the upasarga, and then we have bhavati is the form. Prabhavati will be the final word. Now, in case if you are referring to a lang lakara usage, abhavat is there. For that also, we have to use upasarga which is pra. In this case, pra and abhavat is there. We will have to do the sandhi and make it as prabhavat. Please note, it will not become aprabhavat. Okay. So abhavat is the final dhatu rupa, and to the final dhatu rupa, this upasarga gets added. Okay, not just to the dhatu, and then after that the kriyapada forms are not. That's not the way it is. It is always the upasargas are added to the final forms of the kriyapada. Okay, so any sandhi that can occur, we will have to do that sandhi without fail. So pra abhavat prabhavat. Okay, similarly, if you want to say nirgachati, okay, nirgachati, gam dhatu we will consider. Nir is the upasarga that we are considering now. That means to say he will go out. Okay, the lang lakara form of gam dhatu will become agachat. So what will happen? Nir and then plus agachat, niragachat will be the final form. Okay, nir agachat, niragachat. So that is how it will be. And so please note this important point related to upasargas and usage of upasarga in the lang lakara. Okay, this is something which is very important.